Yesterday morning, I had a lucid dream, and it was something of a breakthrough for me because it was the first time I fell directly into a lucid dream, like straight from being awake to straight from awake into a lucid dream state, as opposed to becoming lucid while having been in the dream for a while, which is the way I usually, end up doing it. So yeah, it was really cool. I was laying down on my back, which I have recently learned helps a lot with lucid dreaming. But I wasn't intending on having a lucid dream. I was just, laying on my back because it's become more comfortable for me now to lay on my back. Now that I've been, doing that for lucid dreaming purposes. Anyways, I was laying on my back, real comfy, and all of a sudden I feel a sensation come over my body. And it felt like just warmth. Like not very comforting warmth, more like a little bit too warm. But yeah, warmth came over my body. And I realized that I was in a dream because I looked around and there was some weird colors going on. And, it was a little bit wavier than, in real life. Which is, which my dream worlds normally look like. I have been having some more realistic lucid dreams, but yeah, I knew it was a dream because the warm sensation, and then looked around, saw the colors and stuff, and then just to be sure, I looked at my hands, which is another way to reality check, and I had 6 fingers on each of my hands, so I was like, yeah, this is a dream. And that was, real cool. So, yeah, but then, then for some reason, I lost my lucidness, and it turned into, the next thing I remember, it was a normal dream. And in that dream, I was in a car with my sister in my mom's driveway, and my sister was spinning the car around, like in circles, and I was getting kind of dizzy, and then my seatbelt accidentally tangled around my neck, so it was choking me. But then I realized that I wasn't having any trouble breathing, even though the seatbelt was closing my neck. And that's when I realized again that I was in a dream. And the next thing that I had been wanting to do in a lucid dream was mentally teleport is one way to say it, but kind of like teleporting to a new place, and the new place that I wanted to be in was a grassy field. Just a peaceful field of grass. And so when I became lucid, I turned and I said to my sister, "Do you know of any grassy fields around here?" But I wasn't gonna, it was more like a playful thing. Like I wasn't actually asking because I wouldn't want to fly to a field, because normally when I fly to places, the dream changes around me and I never end up reaching what I'm trying to get to. But anyways, so what I do is I repeat to myself, grassy field, and I repeat that for like 7 times, and then I close my eyes, repeat it a few more times, open my eyes, and I'm still in the car, but I can see the field. It's almost like a combination of I was seeing it, like imagining it, but at the same time I was also seeing it like in front of me. Like it was a combination of the two, and that was pretty weird, but also pretty cool. And I just was like, well, I am in my mind, so it does make sense that I can see something with my mind's eye and just walk into it. So I walked into the field. And so now I'm in the field, no longer in the car. The car's no longer there. I'm just in the field. So that was some mental teleportation / creating a new dreamscape, which I think this would be like the second or third time I did that. Maybe like third or fourth, I think. But yeah, it was really cool. I was happy with that. But when I look around the field, it's kind of more like a savanna. Like it's not really covered in, you know, lush green grass, like real peaceful like. It was more like a savanna in that it was almost like a desert, but with some grass around it, which is how my town looks. So yeah. Anyways, but I was like, it's good enough. I still created a new place and walked into it, so it was pretty cool. You know, baby steps. And then I look around, and there's like a kind of like a platform, like a real small plateau. And I jump onto that, which was almost like fly jumping because it was really far, like force jumping if I was a Jedi. So now I'm on this platform, and I see a person, but it was as if it was a video game, as if I was inside a video game, because I went up to talk to that person, and he challenged me to a race, and then he started racing, and I was like, okay, I can get with this. So I try to race him, but he's a lot faster than me, so I'm like, oh well. So he kind of leaves me in his dust, and so I'm like, what to do now? So I look around again, and there's like a really tall, I wouldn't know how to describe it. It's like a, kind of like a monument. So I fly up to the monument, and I kind of land on it. And at this point, the dreamscape around me looked like the video game world of BioShock Infinite, because I've been watching a playthrough of that on the YouTubes by Mr. Cry. He's a beast. So that's why that appeared in my dream, I believe. So I'm on this monument, and then I lose control of the dream, and I end up back in my room, which sometimes happens. Not too often now, but it does still happen to me sometimes. So yeah, now I'm in my room again, and I'm on my bed. So I reality check, and I see that I'm still in the dream, you know, with the nose pinching and the breathing through the nose. I've explained this reality check before, but yeah, I reality check, and I'm in a dream, so I get up, and the dream looks hazy and wavy again. This happens a lot when I'm in my room in dreams. But yeah, I walk around for a little bit, clearing up my vision. I get it cleared up pretty good, and then I wake up. So yeah, that was it. That was my last lucid dream. Eventually, I want to start dream chaining, so that way there is a thing that you can do called dream chaining, or dealed chaining, where when you wake up from a dream or a lucid dream, if you don't move at all, if you don't move your body, and you just stay still and close your eyes, you can fall directly back into the same lucid dream. So that's a way to, you know, get back into a dream if you accidentally get out of one. But I was happy enough with the dream that I already had, and it is kind of hard for me to do that still, the holding still thing. So yeah, you know, that was my progress for the day. It was really good. It was really exciting. Yeah. I also had another lucid dream about a week ago now. And in that lucid dream, I realized it was a dream from inside the dream after having been in the dream for a while. I was in this room, actually. This is the TV room in my house. I was in this room, and I realized it was a dream because I looked at my watch, and the time on my watch was wrong. It said that it was like 3 p.m. or something, when in fact, in the dream, the sun hadn't even come up yet. It was about to come up. It was kind of like night morning. So that made me think maybe this is a dream, so I reality check, and yeah, it's a dream. So yeah. And then I just decided to explore this time. You know, just for fun. So I leave through my back door, this back door. And actually, before I left through that door, I heard my mom coming out of her room in the dream. And I was like, oh shit. So I, left pretty quick. So I get out the back door. I fly up onto my roof. And now I'm on my roof. And I decide to just jump roofs, like jump across roofs. So I jump to my neighbor's roof and then the next neighbor in line. So I'm jumping across roofs, This is my legs and jumping across roofs until I get to the last house on the block. So now I'm on the last house on the block and I fly off that house. And this next part was a little weird for me. Like, the world around me became like a swirl of Doritos. Like as if I'm now in a commercial for Doritos. So that was pretty weird. And then my vision kind of zooms out. And now I'm looking at my DS, my Nintendo DS. And on that screen is the swirl of Doritos that I was inside of. And so now I'm sitting on that last roof that I flew off of, looking at my DS with those Doritos on it, on the screen. So that was weird. I flew into a commercial and then out through my DS. It was pretty weird. So then I continue my exploration of the dream world, and I go to the left this time, and I come across a TV. It was like a kind of an old TV that you would see like in the 90s, like not a flat screen, kind of small, but not that small. So yeah, and the TV was off. The screen was black. But then I noticed that on the screen of the TV, I saw myself, but I saw myself as if I was looking at security camera footage of myself. Like, how when there's a security camera in a grocery store and they also have the TV showing what's on the camera, so you see yourself and you kind of wave and yourself on the camera waves. I was doing that, confirming that it was me. But on the TV screen, the me in the TV screen was in a parking lot at night. And in the screen, a few feet next to me was a really creepy guy. He looked like an old guy, wearing like a hood, like as if he was an old witch. They're being creepy, so I was like, ooh, I don't like this, it was kind of freaking me out. Because I wasn't in a parking lot and there was no creepy guy around me that I could see, but, on the screen, it looked as if I was in a parking lot and a security camera was watching me. I don't know if I'm describing that too well. I don't know if you get me. But yeah, I walk away from the TV because I was getting creeped out. And now I see, now I look around and I see that I'm no longer outside. I am now in a hallway. And there's 2 open rooms to my left, both with their lights on. And they look like closets, like storage room closets. And I walk into them and there's nothing inside either of them. And the TV is kind of it's in that hallway, and it's kind of at a dead end point of that hallway. So the hallway ends where the TV is. But I look to the other side, the other direction that the hallway goes. And that part of the hallway continues to the right of me. And so I walk there to the right, and there's a room a few feet down on the right of the hallway. So I walk into the room, and there's like 2 other dudes just chilling. And then we kind of get attacked by some hooligans wearing costumes. Like, one of them was wearing a bear costume, and it was kind of creepy because they were attacking us. Like, I don't know, they were just running toward us. I don't know, I thought they wanted to capture us or something, so I kind of ran. And I think they were like hitting us too, so I think, I don't know, It was a week ago, and I didn't write it down. Did I write it? I think I did write it down, but I didn't look at it before I started the video. But yeah, they're attacking us and stuff, and me and one of the other dudes get out of the room, and there's another hooligan who he shows me a card, like a poker card or something, and on the card is a picture of me, but on the card I don't have a face, like I'm like Slender Man. So I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't sound that creepy, but when you're in the dream and they're showing it to you and it's right there in front of you, it freaked me out. But I looked away and I just tried not to think about it. I was like, yeah, it's not real. So, I mean, I knew that it wasn't real, so it wasn't that scary. I could have woken myself up if I wanted to, but I still wanted to explore. So yeah, he tried to freak me out with the card with my faceless face on it. And then I go back into the room, and that other guy is still inside there, and he's in the corner freaking out, like hardcore. Like he's hyperventilating and shit. And so I walk up to him, and I'm like, it's alright, it's okay. And I, pat him on the shoulder, and I try to comfort him. So he's calming down a little bit, and we sit down against the wall, and we're just trying to relax, trying to, not freak out. And then the guys who were attacking us, they were like, psych, it's just a prank. Like, they were just pranking us. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that's dick. and one of the guy in the bear suit, he's like, it wasn't that bad. And I'm like, you're in a bear suit, that's fucking terrifying. And yeah. And then I woke up. So yeah, that was that lucid dream. That one, like a week ago, and the other one that I said before, that I talked about before, was from yesterday. I think those are number 13 and number 14 that I've recorded. So, yeah, good times. So, tomorrow, I do have another normal dream written down, so I want to make a video about that, but my mom's about to come home and we got some shit to do. So, peace out.